Tencent is a world-leading internet and technology company that develops innovative products and services to improve the quality of life of people around the world. If you want to know more about Tencent or if you are interested in investing in technology and internet companies on China, you have to watch this video. Tencent. Tencent is one of the biggest company and one of the most well-known companies on China. They do a lot of service. It's a diversified company. Their revenues came from what they call value-added service. That include a lot of their platforms like Weixin, WeChat, QQ, and Qzone. WeChat is the most known app in China. They have a wide moat with that app. It's the everything app. Imagine like having a WhatsApp, PayPal, and a social media all in one company. For example, it's a really good app, and on China they use WeChat for everything, and one of the biggest assets on Tencent. They make money from all their platforms, social network platform, and what they have to offer. They do money on online advertising on their platform and on their video games. Tencent are really strong on the video game business. They own a lot of companies. For example, Riot, which is one of the biggest platforms in the world for online gaming. They do money from fintech and business service as well. They have a big segment on Tencent fintech and business. They include payment service, wealth manager, cloud service as well. They are big on cloud. They have transportation solution loans. So basically, Tencent is a really big company, one of the biggest on China. They have almost everything from internet technology, online advertising, fintech, online gaming, and besides that, they are a really great capital allocation. They have a really great management. Martin Law is one executive that's really good at capital management. For example, they are well known from investing in companies in the beginning of their career, and they do a lot of money on investing as well. So besides that, an internet and technology company, sometimes we can compare them like a mini Berkshire as well, because they invest a lot. I've owned this company, full disclosure, and I received dividends that were shares of other companies, for example. And I do really like this company. It's one of my favorites on China, for example. Looking at their fundamentals, they are worth $350 billion, which is really big for China. Their price to earnings ratio has been around 13-14. When you compare that to other big companies on China, it's a little higher. But bear in mind, this is a company that is higher quality. For example, when you compare to even Alibaba or JD. When you look to their fundamental, they have been growing around 13% per year, which is not bad. They have really good margins, gross margin around 46, but this is a technology company. They have net margin and free cash flow margin around 33-35%, which is really high. That's an indicative of a wide moat company. For example, when the company makes a lot of money, have really good assets, and they can continue to grow. This is an indicative of a really wide moat and a company with a lot of competitive advantage. That's why I do really like this company. Their balance sheet is really good. They have more cash than that. Their returns on equity and on investment has been really high. On equity around 25.5% in the last year, and their return on invested capital average in the last 5 years have been around 18.5%, which is really high. One of the biggest on China. The only company I've seen with higher returns on invested capital, it's Pinduoduo, but it's in their early cycle of the company, so they are investing a lot and they are taking a lot of profits, but with time it will decrease for sure. This is a company with, when we look into our money journey checklist, really growth, really good margins, low debt. high returns on equity and invested capital, really wide moat. They have been free cash flow positive in the last few years. They have been returning capital to the shareholders. They have been doing not a lot of buybacks actually, but they have been doing special dividends one-time pay. In sometimes they do a dividend of cash, which is actually really high yield. For example, sometimes they issue a dividend with shares of other companies, and this is a really great company. So when you look into high returns, not diluting the shareholders, bear in mind one of the biggest owners of this company is Naspers, which was an investing company, and they are selling a lot of shares. They are divesting their investment on Tencent, and what Tencent is doing is they are buying back the shares Naspers are selling. So basically we have no share dilution, but they are take advantage of this lower price to buy back all their shares, which is a really good strategy in my opinion, and a really good action from management, and they are really well known from doing really good with their money. And doing talking about valuation, bear in mind this is a different company. It will not be really undervalued like other Chinese companies like Alibaba, JD, for example. This is a higher quality, so you have to pay a premium for this company. Um, I do really believe they deserve a P around 20, 19, because this is higher quality, expected to grow around double digits in the next few years, and a terminal rate of 8%. Their margins, I do believe there are years that they have 40% margins, free cash flow margin as well, that are around the same net income margins, and free cash flow margins is around 33 to 40% for Tencent. So I do believe they can have margins of 37, in a higher case around 40%, and in my bear case around 34%. With this assumption, I do believe this company is worth around 38. This is in euros because I do buy this company in an European stock exchange. If you could do your analysis on dollars, it's up to you. But this is not a company that is really undervalued. I really like to buy this company under 32 euros. At the moment, it's around 35. I do really own a good position in this company. I do really like it, and it's a long-term investment for me. But it is probably the best company on China in my opinion. They have really good assets. WeChat is phenomenal. Chinese really love that app. They are really big on online gaming and on internet. This is a really great company. It is a company I do really like them. The only problem with them it's they are based on China, but they have really good management. They have what I really like to find in a company: growing, good margins, high returns on invested capital, competitive advantage, and free cash flow positive. And they will not be really cheap like other companies on China, because they are better than them in my opinion, guys. And this is a company's trading, they are undervalued. I'm trying to be conservative always on my analysis, but their worth would be around 40 euros, but at the moment they are trading at 35. That might be a really good opportunity. With the recovery on China, they will explode. If that happens, we'll be waiting for that. But this is a really high quality company. You could compare them like a lot of other companies on the US. They are big on social media, on fintech, on online gaming. They are really profitable, and I don't have any more words from them. I really like. This is a really great company, not really undervalued like other companies on China, and there are a lot of risk on China. Tencent was down a lot because Chinese government was doing fines and penalties for online gaming companies, and Tencent suffered with that. But they are trying to invest in them. They are not doing more penalties or doing how could you say, Tencent paid a lot of fines in the last few years because they are an online gaming company, but government is turning around and they are not doing more fines to that companies. They are letting them to grow, but uh, taking their control. But this is the risk on investing on Tencent, for example, and that's why they are trading at the fair value or undervalue. Because if that doesn't happen, Tencent will be 50, 60, 70 dollars. Bear in mind their top was around 80 euros on the beginning of 2021, but with all that problem that are having on China, they are trading down, and this might be the opportunities that we can see on investing on China at the moment. But this is my opinion about Tencent. I hope you liked the video, and please like and subscribe. See you next time.